All right, hello everybody. Welcome to another update from Great Lakes Weather. The time is 7:36 p.m. and it is July the 12th. There's a little bit of talk about in terms of weather, so I thought I'd publish another video about it. We are looking at the threat for some heavy rainfall. We've already seen some rain today in scattered proportions across the Great Lakes region, and that's expected to continue throughout the week until we see a potential for some severe weather um, into Thursday. So Thursday we could see some severe weather. So we're going to want to keep a track on that and take a look at what we could be expecting. But for now, I put this up on the screen to remind you that there's multiple ways you can follow Great Lakes weather and stay updated. We serve Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio specifically. Also, we provide specific services to Southwest Michigan and Cedarville, Ohio. We were actually founded in Cedarville, Ohio, so that's kind of why we do that. But you can scan that QR code if you're watching on a desktop with your mobile device to get all the information you need about connecting with us. All right, we are going to get done with that, and we are going to bring up the actual Storm Prediction Center. All right, so this is the Storm Prediction Center's website. This is the risk for Wednesday. So Wednesday, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, areas such as Marquette, Michigan, Porcupine Mountains, those areas, Apostle Islands, if you're in northern Wisconsin, those places could see some severe thunderstorms, especially western Wisconsin, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Iowa. There's actually a really robust severe weather threat for that area, and it looks like, based on what some meteorologists are saying and based on what they're seeing through the models, they're forecasting that this could become an enhanced or even a moderate risk for severe weather, which is pretty higher up. It's a pretty robust severe weather threat, threat for tornadoes, damaging winds, pretty much everything in the book. So that's going to develop on Wednesday, but the thing I'm concerned about is the stuff that develops on Wednesday will move into the area, the Great Lakes area, on Thursday. And redevelopment of that system may also push through our region Thursday evening. Now, there's a lot of factors that could make this either a really robust severe weather threat or something we're not really concerned about. So that's just something we're keeping an eye on. I'm going to show you some of the models that possibly could give us some info as to what we could see coming up in the next few days. So I'm going to start off with the GFS. I always start off with the GFS just because, I like that model a lot. But this is right now. There's just some, as has been happening throughout the entire day. Today, July the 12th, we've been seeing some scattered shower and thunderstorm activity. Some of them have been producing actually some funnel clouds. Pretty interesting dynamics in the atmosphere going on right now. But no tornadoes are gonna be produced from this storm. So we're gonna slide this forward because I want to show you what's gonna take place throughout the week. So these storms progress. Some thunderstorms develop, push off to the north. Additional development begins on Tuesday across the entire Great Lakes area. So Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, we just have such high dew points and an unstable atmosphere making it possible for this to happen. So we're going to keep the slider going. And we're into Wednesday now. Wednesday is what we really want to pay attention to because that's when the big severe weather outbreaks likely to take place in southern Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin. A lot of different ingredients are coming together to make some pretty strong storms there. So if you look at the radar, progressing off to the east, you see a nice MCS, mesocyclonic system, begins to develop as a result of all the clusters of thunderstorms that develop across the Midwest. And that's going to be pushing towards our region. So it's going to be progressing from east to southeast, east-southeast. So it continues. And see, the thing I'm concerned about is right there. So if we go to, this is midnight on Wednesday. See those storms? They make it across the lake. So that's something that is concerning. Something to keep an eye on. Thursday overnight, looks like you could see some remnants of the storms. And then later on, the GFS model is saying that more thunderstorms are going to develop along the low pressure system. That right there is some pretty strong activity. It's going to move through, looks like, lower Michigan. Lower Michigan's seen quite a bit of severe weather over the past couple of weeks with tornadoes and all things like that. So that's going to be moving eastward. I want to take a look at the actual severe weather dynamics here. Probably not. The GFS is usually not a great indicator, but you know what? We're going to give it a try. So let's check out severe weather maps here. Let's check out what the CAPE is. CAPE is a measure of instability in the atmosphere based off of dew points and sunshine. It just reset the whole forecast loop, so I'm going to have to readjust it to where we were at earlier. Okay, that's Wednesday. That's why they're so concerned about the severe weather outbreak in, let me see if I can find Thursday. There we are. Thursday evening. CAPE is about 3,200. I'm going to go to a single image because I'm having trouble messing with this thing. We're going to go Thursday, 10 p.m. There we go. All right, so that's a lot of CAPE. That's a lot of instability in the atmosphere. Let's take a look at where we are at in the radar so we know that we're in the right spot. Precipitation type. This is pivotal weather, by the way. Very good resource to see all of the different models that we use to forecast weather. Now I can take a look at the CAPE. Surface-based CAPE. CAPE starts to go down because it's starting to get a little bit darker. Sun's starting to go down. But there's still some CAPE out there, 1,700. It's decent enough to produce some severe weather based on what else is happening. Bulk shear. There's a little bit of shear in lower Michigan. Relative helicity of the storms doesn't seem to be, well, GFS is kind of saying, yeah, there's going to be some helicity in the atmosphere. What is our potential for supercells, though? That's what we want to take a look at. Supercell thunderstorms, the thunderstorms that produce tornadoes. So we've got about a level 4 in Michigan, level 3 in northern Indiana, level 1, level 2 in northern Ohio. So, you know, we could see some severe weather from this. I wouldn't be surprised if we do on Thursday. If I go back to Wednesday, just show you how intense that severe weather threat is off to the west. If I go to, so there's a pretty high supercell composite here in this severe weather. 25 is huge for central Indiana. That's a very high supercell composite rate. So 25, and the CAPE out there is going to be ridiculous. 4,000, 5,000. That's why they're so concerned about, hey, there's going to be a big, huge severe weather threat in this region. So that's the GFS. That's what GFS is showing. The first round of storms happens around 8 p.m. Well, no, actually overnight, Wednesday night, and then the second round comes in Thursday evening. And honestly, the ECMWF model, which is what I'm looking at now, kind of says the same thing. If I slide it, there's the severe weather outbreak that's going to happen Wednesday. It kind of lifts the intense weather off to the north at first. So it looks like the Upper Peninsula will see some severe weather based on this model. Some pretty heavy rain, at least. Can't really tell if it's going to be severe weather unless we look at the, here, let me leave this here and then go to a single image map. That'll help us. All right, I got to go back to Thursday. Sometimes, there we go. All right. So this is Thursday at 1 a.m. Based on this model, we have very heavy rain in the Upper Peninsula. If I go to the severe weather, they don't really provide much information in regards to severe weather. There's a lot of shear in the Upper Peninsula. I think some of those storms could be stronger. Let's go back to precip type. And then I think down here, after these storms move through, new storms are going to develop. Yep. See, models agree that there's going to be some thunderstorms redeveloping along the front and pushing down into lower Michigan, North Indiana, Ohio. I think we're going to see an outlook begin to develop from the Storm Prediction Center about the potential for severe weather in the Great Lakes region. NAM is kind of saying the same thing. This is the farthest NAM map that we can receive right now, but it says some additional thunderstorms will develop across lower Michigan and push eastward. I can't go any farther with this loop, unfortunately. We're still kind of late in the forecast here, but I'm going to go to a single image map real quick and take a look at the severe weather dynamics. Significant tornado parameters, not very high, so that's good news. Not really much of a, if I actually click on this, it can show us the potential for tornadoes here. Possible hazard type, marginal tornadoes across the Kalamazoo County area, southwest lower Michigan. Can't really give a discrete or a can't really give an idea of what's going to happen in Ohio because we're at the farthest out in the NAM. But if we take a look at future radar, I don't know if it's measuring out far enough for Thursday, but I can show you what's going to happen across Minnesota here in Wisconsin. This is going to be what's concerning. Whatever's going to push off in this direction after. Here, let's let it load real quick. There we go. All right, so these are the storms moving through today, July 12th, and then you see some activity moving through Nebraska. We're in Tuesday. More scattered storms will develop across the Great Lakes area, and then looks like some storms will begin to initiate early Wednesday morning, with more intense activity developing through the afternoon. Wow, it actually looks like a line will develop Wednesday night in Michigan, according to this model. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on. Honestly, there's all kinds of variables at play right now, but with the intense weather threat we have in Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin, it's something to keep an eye on, and I thought it was worthy of a video. So again, robust severe weather threat, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, likely to impact our area, especially in the Upper Peninsula. There's some potential for some very strong storms up there. And then the Great Lakes region on Thursday could see some severe storms later in the evening, more likely than in the morning. So that's really all I wanted to show you. But hopefully this video provided enough information in regards to what will be taking place. And be sure to check back on all of our different platforms for later updates. And hopefully this video was beneficial to you. So have a good evening and keep an eye on the weather, I guess.